Hello and welcome back to another product profile. My name's Andy and in this video we're giving you an overview of some of the key amplifiers from Dynacord. Like electro-voice, Dynacord is part of the Bosch family, so all the products we're going to be talking about today are designed to work along the electro-voice family as well as third-party speaker manufacturers. So let's get started by looking at the L&C series. The L series is purpose-built for live sound engineers and touring, while the C series is designed for contractors and integrators working on more permanent installs for pubs, clubs, retail and performance or sports centres. These two-channel DSP amplifiers have a lot in common with the same robust industrial design, quality components, sturdy power supply and sophisticated protection circuitry which safeguards your electronics and speakers. Both families are engineered for stability down to 2 ohms and are available in 4 models ranging from 1300 to 3600 at 4 ohms with all channels driven. The C series also caters for 70 or 100 volt line applications. On the front of the L&C series you have a 1.8-inch LCD display and a dial for local control and supervision. Or alternatively, you can control and configure the advanced FIR drive and DSP settings remotely via the USB port at the rear. This links to SonicQ, a simple and intuitive program for controlling your electronics and building complex systems with multiple components like amplifiers, matrices and speakers. As for the differences between the two families, this mostly comes down to the inputs and outputs. Since the L series is designed to be quickly set up and striked on location, it features dual speak-on outputs for the A and B channels. There's also separate XLR in and out for both channels, allowing you to connect multiple sources and link through to neighbouring amps and electronics. The C series, on the other hand, is intended for permanent installation and features the typical ins and outs you'd expect on install equipment, as well as some additional integration features. The ins and outs are fed via Euroblock for simple low-profile connections, perfect for mounting into a 1U rack space. On top of that, there's a dedicated GPIO port for interface with third-party controls for selecting presets and remote control, as well as integrating into emergency alarm systems. Another brilliant feature of the C series is the remote power on and delay function. It's common for amplifiers to draw a spike of power when turning on. This isn't really an issue when you're running 1 or 2 amps, but if you're regularly powering up several amplifiers at the same time, chances are you'll overload the power network and trip a fuse or damage your equipment. With the remote power and delay function, you can trigger all of your amps to turn on with a single switch, but program each amp to turn on at different intervals to avoid demanding power spikes. Finally, while we're on the subject of power, the C series has a standby power mode, which can reduce everyday running costs by up to 90%, leading to huge savings for the end user. Moving on to the IPX and TGX series, the TGX series is purpose-built for live sound engineers and touring, while the IPX series is designed for contractors and integrators working on more permanent installs like nightclubs, theatres and stadiums. Much like the L&C series, IPX and TGX have a lot of features in common. Both families are Class D amplifiers with fully integrated DSP, 48 or 96 kHz internal processing and FIR tech, and offer stable operation down to 2 ohms. IPX and TGX amps also have Dante and OCA integration via Omnio, offering glitch-free audio and complete control and supervision without the need for additional Dante cards. Again, both series can be controlled remotely with SonicQ, all via the built-in Omnio card. When it comes to power, these professional amps can save users up to 50% on annual running costs thanks to Ecorail. In Eco mode, the amplifiers stay fully functional and supervised, switching automatically to the low power state to reduce running costs. Finally, for situations where power supplies may be interrupted or unreliable, like festivals, IPX and TGX amps provide ghost power, a provision which diverts all power from the built-in capacitors to the DSP in the event of power loss. This provides the DSP with just enough power to avoid a full reset once the mains or backup power is restored. This can save valuable seconds during a performance or for life safety applications. Now let's take a look at some of the differences between the IPX and TGX systems. IPX are the flagship install amps from Dynacord, with 4 models in the series ranging from 4 to 8 channels and 1250 to 5000 watts at 4 ohms with all channels driven. Each amp can be used in 70 or 100 volt line applications and they're ideal for heavy workloads in mid to large size installs. The Euroblock and GPIO connectors make for simple integration into remote control and life safety systems. The 10.8 model, for example, is ideal for cinemas with 7.1 surround sound systems, with enough power and channels to drive several high-power speakers at once. Local control and supervision are made possible via the OLED screen at the front, and remote management and configuration can be made with the SonicQ software via the Omnio ports on the back. Featuring many of the key selling points of the IPX series, such as Omnio connectivity, the TGX series turns these powerful tools towards the live market. There are 2 models in the series, ranging from 2500 to 5000 watts at 4 ohms with all channels driven. These flagship touring amplifiers offer XLR and AES in and through for quick and simple linking of equipment, and industry standard speak-on outputs for your speakers. Local monitoring and control are made possible via the 3.5-inch touchscreen and menu buttons, while remote control and configuration are possible via the Omnio connectors at the back and SonicQ software. So that's all the key points on Dynacord's most popular amplifiers. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and leave a comment if you'd like to know more about the Dynacord range. We'll see you in the next one.